turn it over to Barb Ritter, Cathy's sister, for the presentation. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Cathy Medalen. I'm Cathy's youngest son. And I have a note here from Miles. He wanted me to read. He says, "Thank you all for coming this evening. Cathy heard of this award a short time ago and is so proud that you would honor her this way. When the plaque was brought to our home, she held it and posed for pictures, even managing to brought a smile. She loved teaching from her first day, and her students at Prairie Elementary have always been very special to her. The library was a passion of hers, and she loved it when the kids were reading books and discovering new things. She particularly loved gathering a class into a circle and reading stories to them. Cathy and I are at home, and she is resting comfortably as you all meet. This honor is truly touching to Cathy and me and to our families. Thank you all. Miles."
Superintendent Burke, members of the school board, audience, friends, and family, this is truly an honor to be here tonight on behalf of our family, on behalf of Cathy, and on behalf of the Cathy Medalen Library. I just cannot even express the honor and pride that we all feel in this. I really want to thank you too for doing something unusual in education, and that is to moving fast on anything. I made about 3 phone calls probably 3 or 4 weeks ago with this idea, and in no time the folks had rallied and made the decision at the last board meeting. And the wonderful timeliness of that was that Cathy was able to fully comprehend and appreciate this. And when we told her about it, she couldn't believe it. She said, "This is so wonderful. I just can't believe, and I'm so happy about this." And since that time, we've continued to talk to her about it. She's really happy and really proud. Cathy's career meant everything to her. She was a wonderful teacher and librarian. Cathy has always loved children, reading, books, libraries, and teaching. And so for her to be the librarian was just a perfect fit with who Cathy is. And so we really are proud that the library, the Yelm Prairie Library, is now the Cathy Medalen Library. We really believe that by doing this action, that all the students and teachers, parents, community, folks who enter that library in the past, the present, and the future will be influenced by Cathy, indirectly or directly in some way. So we are really happy about that. Cathy believed that reading was very important for the mind, and she believed that stories were equally important for the heart. So anyone who walks through the library, Cathy will be in their head and in their heart, and you in hers. So with that, we really thank you. I have a couple of presentations. We have 2 plaques. They're identical plaques, one for the outside by the door of the library and one for some appropriate place inside the library. It shows 2 library books in the Lantern of Learning, of Knowledge, and it says the Cathy Medalen Library at Prairie Elementary, dedicated May 2005, and below it says Cathy Medalen, teacher 1985 to 1990, librarian 1990 to 2004. So we will give these to someone at Prairie to see that they are placed in the appropriate spots. A little over a year ago, I was at Prairie and had written a book called Our Librarian, Mrs. Medalen Has Cancer. It explains a lot about cancer, and it has a lot of photos that show some of the science of cancer as well as her friends and family. And at the end of the book, on the last page, there's a group of pictures of a library. And it says, "A richer person there will never be, for Mrs. Medalen was my librarian, and she read to me." The library does have many copies of this book, and we're also proud of that. 1 year later, a little over a year later, I'm here to present another book to the library. It's one of Cathy's favorite books, a Dr. Seuss book. She gave this book to many friends. She gave it to me many years ago, and it was often a gift that she gave to adults and children alike. All the places you'll go, and it is inscribed on the inside. So that is a gift that we are bringing to the library. Finally, I do have about 5 pictures. I want to just mention that I picked these plaques up a few days ago and took them to Cathy's house. And so we did a little presentation at her house with her there. And she absolutely sparkled. She had not been very alert or aware. She'd been sleeping a lot and kind of weak. And when we started talking about this and gave her these plaques, she managed to sit right up, to say how wonderful this was, to look at the plaques, to read them, and to pose for pictures. So I'm just going to send these around for the school board to take a little look at. And with that, I will again just say thank you, and thank you friends and family. I'd just like to mention my mother is here from California. You want to wave, Mom? Eleanor Ritter. My 3 brothers are all here, Randy and Brian. And actually, my oldest brother Bill isn't. He's with Miles helping take care of Cathy tonight. And a lot of Cathy and my nieces and nephews. And Mark, their oldest son, is our videographer. So we'll have this recorded for a long time. Thank you.
On behalf of the district, I want to thank Barb and the family for coming tonight, and certainly for giving the plaques and for naming the library. Being around here about 15 years myself, I've had a chance to see Cathy a number of times and efforts over in Prairie, and it'll be wonderful to walk in that library with her in my mind. And I think that's just a wonderful gift for us in Yelm, for the Prairie family, and for the entire Yelm community. Thank you.
Thank you, Andrew.
I was just no problem.
We'll get my wife out of there now. Yeah, there we go.
Oh, yeah. That's my daughter up there.
I know you did.